I think the greatest achievement that I've had in my entire life has been my family, my friends, and my faith. I think about how they love me for who I am, not who they want me to be. They encourage me, and we encourage each other. They support me. Whatever it is that I would like to do, or with any of my family, nieces, nephews, the whole gamut, whatever it is, we support one another. And sometimes when we're not sure of what that thing is that we need to pursue, and sometimes we often get sidetracked and say, well, what is it that I should be doing? There's somebody in that village, somebody in that family that will help them to get to that place. And that is a wonderful place to be, to have that support. And as long as there's life, as long as there's breath, everybody gets a fresh cup of mercy every day that they wake up.
Both professionally and personally, is that I have raised 3 emotionally intelligent male children. They're significant others, so I have 2 married, 1 engaged, and all of their spouses tell me all the time, thank you for raising a male child that is willing to talk through their feelings, talk through the situation, and really not give up. And that communication piece is so big when it comes to healthy relationships, and healthy relationships will raise healthy children, and healthy children will raise healthy communities. And so, I'm sure that being raised by a licensed clinical social worker as a teenage boy is not that easy, but there was always, dinner at our house was, we sit, we talk about our feelings, we talk about what's going on, we work through problems. They didn't like it as teenagers, but they appreciate it now.
On a professional basis, I always wanted to be a CFO. It was always a dream of mine to have that title, and when I got this opportunity at the Crossroads YMCA, it honestly was a dream come true. I love the environment of the Y. I love what the Y does for the community. And I'm so proud to be part of this organization. On a personal level, the things that I'm most proud of are, quite honestly, my children. I have 2 young daughters who are in college and in high school, and they make me proud every single day.
One of my greatest achievements personally would have to be my family. It would have to be being a mom. I will couple with that being a businesswoman, because that's part of what I've done as a mom to teach my kids. They've seen that it is possible to have that balance. They've seen sometimes it's hard to have that balance. It's not always pretty. There's a lot of harried moments. There's a lot of accepting help from a support system. But to see your kids at each achievement level, whether it's kindergarten graduation, grade school graduation, high school graduation, and college graduation, and whatever they do after that, that's huge. And that might be as a mom or as a parent, but to then see them emulate or look at the world sometimes the way you do, as loving challenges, or the first time they say, Mom, I thought of you, I did this, or a mentor that they have and they say, Mom, she reminded me of you. That is sun, moon, and stars. It puts you over the top.
One of my greatest achievements professionally really is having the fortitude to completely change my career 5 years ago. I kind of grew up in a time and in a family where you had your career set and you stayed on that course the whole time. And it's nothing bad about my past career. It was wonderful. And again, I still have a lot of great colleagues from that time. But being able to stop for a minute in my life and say, I need to do something different to leave my own legacy of success, my own legacy of give back. For me, what I'm doing today is a pay forward for all the kindness that my family received during some very difficult times. And it's huge. It's just a huge thing to be able to say, yeah, I woke up one day and said, I always describe it as I Thelma and Louised it right off the cliff. And I don't know if anyone knows that movie reference, but just completely changed the trajectory of what I was doing. And honestly, for the first time in my professional career, I made a decision, I think, a little bit with my heart instead of my head. That is a huge leap of faith, and my heart didn't let me down.
I've been married for 22 years now. I think that's for me. That's a big thing because there are a lot of things that could have been in the way. It was a lot of long distance relationships that had to be kept and encouraged. So for me, I think that my family, that's a big accomplishment for me. Having my kids and knowing they're doing well, and I kind of feel like a little responsible for some of their accomplishments too. So I am happy about this and I feel proud about that. My son is a freshman in college, he's at Bloomington, and he wants to be a doctor. I'm happy about that. I feel like I have something to do with that. So for me, those are the things, my family really, and what I've been able to do with my kids.
Professionally, one of my greatest achievements, where I was the first CEO of a YMCA that was particularly male dominated. Personally, of course, my family, I'm very proud of them. They're all strong-willed individuals, very, very challenging, but fun to be around. And also one of my biggest achievements was I went back to school in my late 40s and graduated in 4 years with a computer science degree and a B average, working full-time throughout.
My first and greatest achievement is raising my son. I poured my entire early years into creating a human being and breaking any kind of cycles and barriers that had been in our family. And the fact that he's successful in his career, he's happily married, and has his own child is just fills my heart. So that first and foremost. Aside from that, in building my own career, it has to be powerlifting. I've always been strong, and I didn't realize how strong I was until I started pushing the envelope. Just like I discovered other people and hidden talents in other people, people saw something in me in terms of powerlifting and encouraged and pushed me. And so at age 56, I entered my first powerlifting competition, and I set world records on my first time out. And having people cheer for you, you're lifting and grueling workouts, and it's a lot of stress on your body, a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice. And then when you stand on that platform and the crowd comes alive, cheering for you to do something remarkable, to do something nobody else has done before, to lift weights that no woman your age or weight class has ever done before, is just short of remarkable.